What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about the current state of the crypto markets today as it pertains to the news. We're going to do a little news report in this video. I don't normally do that, but there's some headlines coming out that I think are rather interesting and rather provocative to the bearish effect, and I want to give my thoughts and my perspective. What's that worth? I don't know. This is my third crypto bull market. I've been doing technical analysis for 9.5 years. I've been investing in crypto since 2015. So if there's any value that I have to offer, it's only in the experience that I have. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but let's get into it, okay? Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Big face C-Zar is going away, and we're going to put little face C-Zar on the screen here. So looking at this, I just think sometimes looking at, crypto news or just like Bitcoin news, whatever, just some kind of whatever kind of news thing to get you just the news on Google. You go through and read the headlines. Look at this. Bigger scams, 5 shady crypto projects to avoid. I think that's a bearish thing, right? Talking about negative things, but maybe not. Maybe they're just looking for a story. Arthur Hayes unloads millions of ETH Pepe. We're going to go over this story in a second. Bearish story. Crypto wobbles. CNBC. By the way, you guys, if CNBC is bullish, we need to be scared. Which is, retrospectively, maybe we should have been more scared because CNBC was nothing but bullish up here. Nothing but bullish. And now that we're down here, now they're bearish. Now they're bearish. Now that we're down here, they're bearish. Okay. All right. Bitcoin price. No relief from prospect of lower rates. Coinbase stock, all bearish stuff, right? It's all, and then we get into some stuff that's exciting. XRP's been really hot lately as far as the news goes. But anyways, very bearish at the top, right? And this is meant to trigger a negative response in you so that you sell at the wrong time, right? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but again, looking at the price right now, what's that old saying that exists in the stock world, which now we apply to crypto? It's something like you buy low and you sell high, right? This is not the time to sell. This is the time to buy, if anything, right? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but let's get into these stories here. So Arthur Hayes, shout out to Arthur Hayes, an OG in the space. By the way, Arthur Hayes, the last 4 or 5 times he's been bearish, has been at some of the worst times to be bearish, actually. Let's go over his track record real quick, okay? He was bearish down here. He was bearish down at 70K. He was saying Bitcoin would go below 60K or down to 60K or something like that. He was bearish here before the run-up. He's been bearish, you guys, at the worst times. He's definitely a successful person. He's definitely a smart person. I think he thinks he's smarter than he is, but don't most intelligent people, maybe not all intelligent people. I hate all these ads, man. Let's get rid of these ads. Let's see, there we go. I don't want to get started. But that's how they make their money, man. Whatever. While the crypto market has dipped another 2.02%. And let's explain how this news works, okay? Arthur Hayes didn't, out of the kindness of his heart, get a report going on his finances, and now he's selling. That's not what happened. He's an OG with crypto. He's probably got a lot of money, right? He's probably already sold and probably contributed to this downside movement. He probably sold up here. When the price comes back up, he can buy back probably just below where he sold and mitigate that risk and still get back in and catch some of this move up. The people reading this story now, which just came out today, less than like 12 hours ago, or within the last 24 hours, the people reading this story today, they're at the bottom thinking, oh my God, this very successful, I think he's a billionaire, or let's see, what is Arthur Hayes' net worth? If he's in crypto, it's probably higher than what it's reported as, right? Okay, you're not going to tell me. 550 million. Yeah, it's probably more than that. He's probably a billionaire. But very successful guy. If we're getting a story that he sold here, understand he sold earlier, okay? He definitely sold. He sold, I don't know why I drew a backwards triangle there, but he sold earlier, okay? And he can, whenever the price comes back up and he's proven wrong, he can adjust for that. But if you're selling now based on this negative news, you're putty in their hands, okay? That's why this stuff works. Former BitMEX CEO Arthur Hayes reportedly cashed out $13.35 million worth of crypto. Hayes replied to a post on X about the move, making it clear he still believes Bitcoin is headed back to $100,000 and Ethereum to $3,000. He's been wrong so many times. He's a veteran, and he leans on that for what's the word I'm looking for? Validation, right? Approval to validate that his opinion matters with price action, but he's actually really bad at price action. Either that or he does it on purpose. I don't know. Arthur Hayes sold. Yes. We're all aware of that. Still, Hayes replied directly to Look On Chain's ex post based on his response seemed to imply the wallet was his. Hayes mentioned that the macroeconomic situation in the backdrop. Hayes believes a U.S. tariff bill is looming in the third quarter, and after the latest jobs report, markets are pricing that in. He further argues that no major economy is generating enough credit to grow nominal GDP. Yeah, well, I don't believe that at all. And actually, the jobs report, I don't know. Trump's saying that the jobs report was BS, that it was a lie. Maybe it was. He makes outlandish claims. At least they seem outlandish at a certain point. And then 2 months later, we find that there's actually data and statistics to back up that was real. And the jobs report being negative, that's not enough to hold Bitcoin back, you guys. And tariffs are good for the markets. They're not bad for the markets. Yes. We've dropped a little bit since August 1st, since these tariffs got enacted. But I don't think that this is unexpected, right? I think that this is a scare, a shakeout. And again, CNBC being bearish now that we're at the low, talking about the tariffs. I think people have PTSD about these tariffs from February, from February and going into April. This was not because of the tariffs. This was because of the uncertainty surrounding the tariffs and the narrative built around them. Now we know that tariffs are good for the economy, for America. We had an announcement that on August 1st, Trump posted on X that August 1st there was like over a dozen countries that were going to have tariffs imposed on them on August 1st, and we pumped after that news. You know what I mean? Like we got the tariffs now. We're not going to dump more. We're at the low, guys. It's priced in. We're going to be moving up. Next thing, UK regulators lifts ban on crypto ETNs for retail investors. This is actually a good thing. After banning retail access to crypto ETNs and derivatives in 2021, the FCA has reversed its approach in favor of ETN access for retail. Retail in the UK just got open access, at least from a traditional finance standpoint, to get involved with crypto, which that's a big deal, you guys. What are crypto ETNs? Unlike cryptocurrency, exchange-traded funds, ETFs, which track the price of underlying assets in custody, crypto ETNs are not backed by underlying assets and represent debt securities. So they're not underlying assets. They're not backed by underlying assets. They're a little bit more volatile. Okay, they can pump more than the crypto that they're representing, if that makes sense. Instead of equity in the fund, blah, blah, blah. Crypto derivatives are still banned. U.S. allows in-kind for crypto ETFs, no impact on retail. Yeah, nothing really too big here. Just the bullish note that UK regulators are starting to get with the program here for ETNs. More market participants are opening up across the world, right? That's a pretty big deal. U.S. Treasury they push for the crypto golden age amid regulatory overhaul. This one I thought was interesting. The U.S. Treasury has signaled and again, another bullish thing. You have to sift through it, but there are bullish stories too, right? But just pointing out, not that there aren't bullish stories. There's always something bullish. There's always something bearish. But whenever you see the headlines, like the top 5 things, they're all bearish, right? That tells me that right now the people producing the media is not meant to help you guys, right? The media is meant to engage you. It's meant to make you think a certain way. It's not meant to help you, right? It's definitely not meant to help you. And the media right now is, if you're looking at it just at face value, it's meant to scare you, probably, right? Arthur Hayes, crypto OG, he's selling. Oh no, that's who cares? He's been wrong so many times, man. And I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. But whenever he comes out with his big critical calls, they've just been wrong this whole cycle, literally. So if you're weighing on that, but this guy says that he's sold because we're going to 100K and Ethereum's going back to 3,000. Just understand he's been wrong every single time this cycle that he's made a bold call like that. The U.S. Treasury has signaled a transformative period for digital assets, with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent declaring the arrival of a golden age of crypto in recent public address. The statement emphasized the United States' commitment to fostering innovation in the cryptocurrency space and positioning itself as a global leader in blockchain-driven financial development. This is big because not only are we hearing that there's development going on from a regulatory standpoint and from an investment standpoint in crypto in the United States, one of the largest economies in the world, if not the largest economy in the world. But this is also big, not just because of the United States, but because of the pressure this puts on other countries. If the U.S. is a competitor to all the top economies in the world, what are they going to do, right? There's nothing else that's as hot as crypto right now. And anybody that has a brain in finance knows that this is that exciting part in the crypto markets, right? This kind of stuff, it puts these other countries, it puts these other nation states and institutional players all around the world on blast. They need to get involved. They need to start making moves right now. They need to become attractive because the U.S. is going full gas, no brakes with this stuff, okay? Yes. Shaping the nation's financial future. This proclamation aligns with broader regulatory developments aimed at modernizing the legal and policy framework for digital assets. Yes. Launch Project Crypto. They're so original with their names, right? An initiative focused on updating securities laws to better accommodate the unique characteristics of cryptocurrencies and tokenized assets. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. We want the securities laws to stay the same, okay? Don't make them like keep it as it is, because you can actually take. Did you know that right now crypto is considered to be property? So you can, with that, you can actually what's it called, the wash trading rule, it doesn't apply to crypto. You can sell for a loss, buy back in the same day, and claim those losses. I hope they don't change that up. While the and I don't know if that's what they mean necessarily, but while the SEC's approach centers on regulatory clarity, the Treasury's message reinforces a complementary strategy to attract top-tier talent and investment, aiming to sustain a dynamic and competitive crypto ecosystem within the U.S. Let's see. I don't really care about that. Messaging reflects a broader trend. Yes. Buttering the bread here. Source, Treasury Secretary declares golden age. Yeah. Okay, cool. Government's involvement could act as a catalyst for broader yeah, the thing is, guys, here's another thing too, though. Whenever you read this stuff, understand they butter the bread real hard. Crypto doesn't need the government. The government needs crypto. Bitcoin does not need the government. We do not need the government to reach a $100 trillion market cap throughout the whole damn industry. It's going to happen. It's going to happen with or without them. We do not need the government. Understand that, okay? When you read stuff like this, if you're just taking it in for what it is, no. The government needs crypto. That's what they need. They need crypto to bail themselves out of debt. That's what they need, right? They need crypto to form a better financial foundation. But I just wanted to get that out of the way. Let's see. Talking about Kirixan 2. What was it? Yes, I already addressed this. We don't have to talk about this. Kirixan. Oh, I thought this was interesting. Okay. Talking about the benefits of crypto. Okay, I wanted to end on this one for a reason. So, Kirixan's exchanges are Kirixan's crypto exchanges effectively facilitating sanction evasions. And Kirixan, for those of you guys that don't know, they're actually a very big player in crypto in the Asian markets. They're actually a very, very big player in crypto, and I think this is why. And this, whether it's legal or illegal or whatever, I mean, they're their own country. They can do whatever they want. It's crypto. It's not heavily regulated. They're not technically breaking any rules. This is valuable. This is valuable because Russia, there's a lot of sanctions on Russia, and through crypto and through the means of these exchanges in Kirixan, they're funneling millions, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars worth of crypto, worth of rubles, into the ecosystem to get around these sanctions that are being placed on them, not just by the United States, but through the whole world. Maybe not the whole world, but especially the EU and European countries because of the Ukraine invasion. Shout out to the Russians out there and the Ukrainians. I hope you guys are doing okay. Both sides, man. I mean, it's sad how long this has gone on. I can't believe that it's gone on this long, you guys, honestly. I did not personally expect that it would go on this long. Especially after Trump got involved, man. I don't get it. There's something going on here that we're missing. Whatever you hear in the media, just understand, guys, again, the media's not there to help you. You never know what the truth is, but you at least know what the lie is because they'll say it very loud, okay? Just understand that, okay? Just understand that that's so, but I don't know why. I don't know what the purpose is here, man. Like, there's a reason why Russia is still in conflict, right? And the reason isn't just that Vladimir Putin's a bloodthirsty dictator who wants to dominate the world, right? Not saying that he's a good guy. I'm not Team Vlad. I'm just saying there's something personally that I'm missing. Read the comments of this video. I'm sure people are going to light me up for that, or at least enlighten us. I'm just asking for enlightenment, right? I refuse to believe that one of the most powerful people in the world is just some bloodthirsty warmonger. Not saying that he can't be a warmonger, not saying he's a good guy, I'm not saying any of that, right? He's got blood on his hands, but the reason that he and in the Western world we only get news that we hear, right? In the Eastern world, or at least in Russia, there's a different news, right? Russians, shout out to the Russians, tell us what you guys are hearing. You know what I mean? Because what we're hearing is different than what you're hearing. It was the same thing. It was the same thing back in the beginning of this conflict. I don't know. I'm going off on a whole different tangent here, but again, getting on this note, Kirixan's exchanges like Grinex and Mir have been identified as key players in the conversion of rubles to stablecoins. Stablecoins are a big deal, guys. With stablecoins, you can basically use any crypto exchange. You can do all kinds of things with stablecoins, man, and avoid all kinds of sanctions around the world. This mechanism allows for bypassing of Western sanctions, particularly since March, when Russian entities began flocking to these platforms due to financial restrictions imposed during the Ukraine conflict. It's worth noting that many of these exchanges function like shell companies, raising questions about their legitimacy and compliance with international norms. But it's a different industry. What compliance? What regulations? You guys have been slow to the regulatory effect. There's not going to be anything. You can't sanction the crypto either, right? Like that's the thing. You can't. And they're probably not using USDC. They're probably using USDT. The shift towards ruble-backed stablecoins, including A7, A5. Okay, so ruble-backed stablecoins. My bad. Not USDT. I'm sure they are using USDT and other things too, but I would imagine, right? Because that gives you more open range. Marks a new chapter in sanctions evasion tactics. Given the stablecoins are subtler and than traditional currencies, they attract those looking to evade restrictions undetected. This change has prompted regulators worldwide to rethink enforcement strategies and foster cross-border cooperation to seal emerging loopholes. Yes. See, loopholes. That's what I'm saying. You got to regulate now, but we don't want these regulations, man. The more free crypto is, the better. And you can hate it or like it that they're evading sanctions, but I think that's part of the beauty of crypto. And the thing is, even with sanctions being put in place or with a regulatory framework, you could still do this stuff. They can't stop you. They can't freeze your accounts. You know what I mean? That's the power of crypto. Make it illegal. They can still do it anyways. And they can. There's ways to do it with certain protocols where you can actually have it not traceable, right? It'll still be obvious that there's shady stuff going on, but I don't know if I really want to read anything else. I think I've said everything that I need to say. The main purpose of this video, besides some little fun facts and tidbits, was to just say, don't let the media scare you. Don't believe everything you read in the media. Believe that what it is more of a lie. It's meant to misguide you rather than guide you, right? And in these times in the crypto markets where we are literally at the bottom, we're not the bottom, but the next low, we're at the higher low of this cycle. The bottom was back in 2022, right? At the very end of 2022. We're at a higher low here. When we're literally at the low, all this negative news comes out. But the whole damn 2.5 weeks that we were up in this area, it was nothing but bullish news. Do you get it? Do you understand what I'm saying, right? Bullish news here, and now we dump, and now we get bearish news. Bearish news here, and now that we pump, now we get bullish news. Do you see the dynamic? It's not there to help you, but if you understand it, it can be helpful because it's gonna lie to you. And look at this, we're already basically bullishly engulfing yesterday's candle. We've got a lot of growth to go. I very much do believe Bitcoin's found it, so I think that a lot of cryptos are at their low. I got nothing else to say, guys. I've rambled on for way too long. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know how I did in the comments. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.